especially the early non-overdrive recreational vehicles. You know, if you go back to 1993 and older, back when we were coming factory in like Fleetwood Limiteds and Airstreams and Executives and Monacos back in the early 90s, those chassis, the John Deere chassis, the Ford P30 chassis, you know, that came without overdrive, a 3-speed automatic, and a gear vendors is a perfect thing to do to those vehicles. You know, if you're not afraid of spending, you know, the $3,000 for the kit that's going to cost to equip that vehicle, what you're going to gain is not only 25 to 30% better fuel economy if you drive at the same road speed with the overdrive as you drove without. You're also going to gain gears between each of the gears, which anybody who lives in the mountainous areas, you know, California, Nevada, Utah, the ability to split gears, second overdrive, that gear between second and third, invaluable. You're on it on every hill you ever go to. The performance that you gain by climbing in a ratio that's between second and third instead of as tall as third is, or winding out the motor down in second. You'll love that gear. If it's over, let's say 26 feet in length, pretty desperate for having an overdrive, just because the gearing that they put in those vehicles are usually greater than 410s. So your engine RPM is typically over 3,000 RPM when you're cruising down the road. So you have the potential for that 25 to 30% increase by adding an overdrive. Now, the only other option that you have in those early vehicles is just drive slow. You know, get down to 50 miles an hour or something, where you get the motor down in the twos. When you ever do retire the motorhome, well, the gear vendor still has a ton of value. In fact, if you look on eBay, a 20-year-old gear vendor's kit would typically sell for a motorhome application, typically $1,500 to $2,000. Even though it's 20 years old, that's more than it was sold for 20 years ago. So they hold their value really well, because people know they typically outlive the vehicle they're in. So not only do they come with a 2-year unlimited mileage warranty, you have, you know, confidence that everything you're going to receive to install our product into that vehicle is a complete kit and installs simply and like you would expect. Questions, just give us a call at 800-999-9555 or visit our website at gearvendors.com.
Hit the overdrive, that's first over, second,